go. All right, hello. Okay, this is going to be about toning down a bright lip color. First of all, I need to know, do you even wear bright lip colors? Is that a thing that you like to do? If yes, what are the bright colors you like to wear? Reds, pinks, purples, corals, nude, kind of dark nudes. Tell me which kind of lipsticks you like to wear when you're going bold. Now, I, for one, would never go bold before, but if I did, and one of the first kind of long lasting lip colors that I got, I was like, ooh, that's a little bit too much. And I probably would have liked to have toned it down. So I'm going to show you how you can tone down a red lip. And we're using these two colors. And these, actually, I do have in stock, these two right now, as of the making of this video. So Brick and Golden Orchid. And so I'm going to show you how you can use them to create a really beautiful lip color. And it can tone back something that's relatively bright because sometimes this red lip is actually one that's not like too bold. I actually like Brick because it's kind of, to me, a more wearable red. But let's swipe it and let's just see. I will say, if you are joining me on YouTube, because I am on YouTube right now, and Instagram, I like to do kind of a dual situation here. But on YouTube here, I'm Carrie Breedlove, owner and founder of Breedlove and Beauty, and that is the name that you see listed right down there if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, you're not seeing that. But Breedlove and Beauty is the business. You can find the link to order anything that you see me showing on this channel in the description of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And when you do that, you get notified when new videos come out. I do try to do a new video once a week at minimum, sometimes more than that, but usually at least once a week. And that's usually on Thursdays. And I'm sometimes not liking to edit videos, so I just make them live, and it's just a lot easier. So, okay, so this is Brick. This is 2 layers of Brick, so we'll kind of leave it at that. It is a little bit, I don't know. To me, when I think of Brick, I think of a rusty red, and this really isn't super rusty. Like, to me, I'm not one to really like something that is more coral and has orangey undertones to it because I'm a cool tone person, blue eyes, kind of, well, I used to like to say my hair is blonde, but it's really not. It's brown, but I have a cool undertone. And this color, so that's Brick. So it's kind of almost like a little bit of like a slight rosy red, I think. I don't know. But it's not, it's maybe, I feel like it is warm, but it's not like it's not like the kind of warm color that you feel like is super orangey. Because I think sometimes I think warm colors and I think it goes orange, and this isn't that. I will tell you that. It's enough of like a red to not feel orange. As I'm looking at it on my hand, I don't think, ooh, orange, but it is more on the warm side. I will tell you that. But even me as a cool tone person, I can like it. Now, it's also a matte color, so there's no sparkle or anything in that. But you can see this other one does have a little bit of a shine to it. And the Golden Orchid does have little teeny tiny flecks of like a gold, sort of a glittery look. Not obnoxiously so, but it's great. Okay. Also, don't forget to text the word @LoveToKnow to the number 81010 to be on my text alert system. That way, anytime there's a new color or a new deal or something that comes out, you will find it there on the text alert. Also, the link to order is here, and you can screenshot that and just type that in, bit.ly/breedlove in the letter N beauty. Breedlove and Beauty all run together, no hyphens, no little hanging participles. Okay, but let us get to toning down this red because that's what you're here for. All right. Oh, also, I should tell you, a portion of the proceeds from the sales from Breedlove and Beauty go to fund counseling scholarships for women who have financial need to receive counseling care in my private practice, Breedlove Counseling. And we are currently working on one of those scholarships. And as soon as I get around to totaling everything up, I will be letting you know about that. So hopefully that'll be soon. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do the first layer, the darker layer, because obviously if you put a lighter layer on first, the darker layer is just going to mute it immediately, and it's going to be like you never even had it on there. So let's start with this Brick and tell me what you think of this. Okay. And I will say I don't feel like it is too bold. I really don't. Very wearable. And if you wanted it to be slightly more pink, you could add a tinted gloss on top of it. Or, and this is the kind, I'm kind of letting this dry out because I can see it's still kind of drying here. The darker the color, sometimes a little bit longer drying time it needs. The lighter the color, the quicker typically it's drying. And it's totally smudge proof. It is not a stain. That's really important to note. It is not a stain. It is molecularly bonding to the lip. All around. It's not going to feather or fade. Be sure to say hi. Let me know you stopped by. Now, as I'm putting this on right here, I feel like I am seeing a little bit of that warmness kind of come through, depending on the lighting that you're seeing this video in. I know as I'm looking into my Instagram mirror over here, it's looking not as warm as it is in my YouTube mirror. But it does have a little bit of warmth to it, not overly so though. Okay, so that's the first layer. Probably at this point, I'm going to stop and I'm only going to do that one layer of the red because it is pretty bold. And if I did 2 layers of red and 1 of this lighter color, I don't think you would be able to tell as much that it had dyed back because this is a pretty light color. So I want to do 1 layer of the bolder color and 2 layers of the lighter color. That's what I would recommend. Because I like that. I think that's pretty. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put it, I guess, on the top lip to start with so that you can see the difference. Always shake up these kind of lip colors. So you hear a little ball in there. Can you hear that? So always shake it up really well, and that's going to mix all the color pigment together. It does have cosmetic grade alcohol in it, which is thinner than water, and that's really important to help keep your layers thin and to keep the bacteria out of your tube and all that kind of good stuff. All right, here is the first layer. You're already seeing how it's kind of starting to mute it. Now, sometimes if you start on one side and then you go to the other, your kind of payload, so to speak, came out on that first layer. So it may seem like this is a little bit lighter than this. So the next time, start on the right side and then go to the left to even it out a little. I always dip back in, always scrape it off. Always scrape it off. There we go. So I want to try to show you. See how that's much lighter? On the top, it almost turned it obviously a little bit more pink because this is pink, but it definitely muted it and brought it back. If you really wanted to mute the color, I would say go with something like Mauve Ice, and I'm not going to put it on the lip, but I am going to, I guess I put it on the bottom lip. Let's do that. Let's put it on the bottom lip just to compare. So Mauve Ice is another one of my favorite colors. It's very similar, I feel like, in hue to the Golden Orchid, but it does not have the sparkles. It's not a shimmer, it's more of a frost. So it's still a little bit iridescent. It's not a matte because it does catch the light, but it's very similar in color. And I feel like the type of like consistency provides maybe a little bit more coverage in terms of dyeing a color back. So let's see what that looks like if we do that together. Here we go. And I love this Mauve Ice. I love using the Mauve Ice to mute. One direction. See how just that one layer almost mimics dyeing it back the way 2 layers of the Golden Orchid did. Do you see that? Okay. And then we'll do one more layer of the Mauve Ice just so you can see what that looks like. Always kiss that inside the waterline. So it's pretty close. I would say it's slightly lighter and maybe just a little bit more shiny because it has that iridescent frost, whereas the Golden Orchid has more of just the sparkle and not so much the frost. But we are going to top it with none other than glossy. So you definitely need a glossy in your life. Now when you add the glossy, it's going to add a little bit more of that shine and color back to it. So now the top lip is looking a little darker just because it has the gloss on it. And now I'll add the gloss to the bottom. And there you go. So it's not near as dark because we muted it down with either the golden orchid or the mauve ice. Again, it's so subtle, I don't even think anyone would notice that I use two different colors on there. So that's kind of cool that you have some options. But I do think the mauve ice gave just a teeny bit more of a mute than the other one did. Okay, there you go. So that is how to mute a red. Be sure to check out the text alerts at love to know to 81010 and like and subscribe. I'll see you next Thursday right here on my channel. Again, supporting counseling scholarship funds for the Lady in Waiting, and it's really important that women are able to access mental health services. That is a big deal, and it's not easy to do pretty much anywhere you find yourself. I do telecounseling as well as in-person counseling in my area, and if you're interested in anything related to counseling type services, you can find me at Breedlove and Beauty on Facebook. Also, breedlovecounseling.com. I just said Breedlove and Beauty on Facebook. Breedlove Counseling on Facebook, as well as breedlovecounseling.com. And I do telecounseling for anyone, any female in the state of Texas who is an adult female going through life transition and life loss. And my hope is to help women find joy on their unchosen journeys. And we all sometimes can find ourselves on an unchosen journey where it's something we didn't expect, we didn't choose, but it's right where we find ourselves. And I really love to help women reconnect in their relationship with God and with others on that journey and be able to find hope and help and healing. All right, thank you for hanging out with me here on Breedlove and Beauty, sponsored on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you on the next live.